Rumors about a potential World War Hulk project never seem to go away. I think it's one of those things where it's going to be like Namor at this point, where until we see it, we're just going to keep demanding it, and then once people see it, they're going to get upset at it because it's not the thing that they like, or want directly ripped from the comics, like Namor. So let's talk about how She-Hulk sets up World War Hulk, which will inevitably set up disappointment for people expecting World War Hulk directly from the comics. Look, I don't mean to bring you all down, but you should all know by now that when Marvel Studios is going to adapt something that's a storyline from a comic or something, there's going to be huge changes. Sometimes they look nothing like the actual comic, almost nothing in common. Civil War, great example. Age of Ultron, another great example. Expecting a World War Hulk film to be World War Hulk from the comics, you're not going to get that. I think most of you should be able to realize that, right? If you can't, I think you're new to Marvel Studios and just adaptations at this point. But again, let's talk about how She-Hulk, for better or for worse, is actually setting up a World War Hulk film. So in the first episode, there's quite a few things here that are hinting towards the bigger picture and Hulk being in danger. Obviously, the thing that causes their accident is a Sakaran ship. And we know this because it's described as a Sakaran class courier craft. Now on top of this, Hulk even says they're trying to deliver a message. And weird stuff just kind of finds you when you're a Hulk. Again, we need to go back to Thor Ragnarok, where Hulk was stuck up there, fighting in the gladiatorial arena, obviously for an extensive amount of time. And Bruce Banner never really knew what was going on. It was the Hulk at the forefront. So he still knows very little compared to what Hulk knows, and obviously once they merged, all the memories and things didn't cross over. So he still knows something is up there, and something is obviously looking for him. Now whether it's the Grandmaster or his son, who you could possibly tweak the age of, and he'd be young enough, I guess you could do something with it, or who really knows how they decide to spin it. There's a lot of interesting potential here, and the fact that we've heard plenty of times that Scar, his son, is going to actually play a role in this, and that towards the end we would actively see him, and maybe even the ending of the series leads directly into the MCU version of an amalgamation of Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. I think this kind of tips the hat off towards that at first, right? It would definitely make sense, and I think given what we just recently learned about the license with the Hulk and Universal and everything, it kind of seems like good timing if they start production on it next year for a 2024-2025 release. I mean, it could fit easily into the phases and then build up towards Secret Wars. Then you could legit have a Secret Wars section that's just loaded with Hulks. Battleground Hulk. I mean, that sounds pretty damn awesome in my opinion.